Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Good news, we got the moose out of the pool. Now, I know you're like, Johnny Mac, this time of year, why is the pool even open? Oh no, it wasn't open. Police and firefighters in New Hampshire responded to an unusual call. A moose was trapped in a pool. A video shot by police shows rescuers removing a pool covering after arriving at the home to reveal the adult moose standing in the water. After the cover was removed, the moose strolled out of the shallow end and headed to the woods. Hey, good news, if there's an asteroid heading to destroy the Earth, scientists have demonstrated how a nuclear blast could deflect an asteroid on a collision course with Earth. The experiment was conducted by physicists who showed that radiation from a nuclear blast could vaporize part of an asteroid's surface, creating a gas that pushes it off course. The method could protect the Earth from large asteroids. I'll add, if you see the asteroid coming, that's a big part of the challenge here. Researchers are working on ways to shield the Earth from massive impacts, given the potentially existential nature of the threat. Yes. After the destruction of Hurricane Helene, the storm surge climbed to 15 feet above ground level. The disaster took a toll on Florida's sea cows, leaving countless manatees stranded throughout the state and city streets. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission launched an action to save them. They posted on their Facebook page. In collaboration with the public and a network of partners, our biologists have been responding to reports of stranded manatees caused by Helene. They point out the top priority has been to help residents and visitors of Florida recover from the impacts of Helene. We're also working swiftly to rehabilitate and conserve these gentle giants. It may take months or years to restore the waterways that manatees call home back to what they once were. One Florida resident posted, "Seeing this after seeing so much damage and destruction really warms my heart." I'll just point out on the day that this episode was originally published, a big hurricane was heading towards Tampa. Hope everyone remains safe. A 13-year-old rescue dog has saved her 84-year-old owner. The dog led police to the injured man in his own home. Nice job by Gita, who was sitting in the middle of the road. Deputy Wright from the Stevens County Sheriff's Office came by and tried to get the dog into his vehicle so he could attempt to find the owner, but the dog would not get in. Wright proceeded to check the surrounding area. Within a mile, couldn't find an owner. Wright sensed something was wrong. He went back to the dog, which was now laying in the center line of the road. The dog took off and walked up an unmarked roadway. Deputy Wright followed the dog and led him to a small summer cabin. Wright checked around the area and found an elderly man lying on the ground calling for help. Police said the 84-year-old male, who also had other medical conditions needing regular medications, had fallen and injured his leg. He'd been there for hours and may have had serious consequences if he hadn't been found. Gita is a 13-year-old rescue dog and the best friend of the man in trouble. Authorities said, "We credit Gita for saving his life that day. The loyalty and heroism of our furry friends never ceases to amaze us." All right, Johnny Mac's got another Guinness World Record for you. The record is throwing 28 metal chopsticks into an archery target. That's right. Now that scientists have solved climate change and we're working on important things like this, David Rush, that's the guy that breaks records that I tell you about frequently. He originally broke the record in 2020 by throwing 19 chopsticks in 1 minute. His record was beaten by somebody who hit 21. Rush was like, I got to take that back. He said the title's difficult because he has to stand more than 13 feet away from the target and had to hit the 2 innermost colors on the standard archery target for a hit to count. His very first chopstick throw hit the exact center of the bullseye. Whew, glad to hear that. In the end, he now holds the record by throwing 28 metal chopsticks into an archery target. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. Don't forget, we're now doing Christmas stories on Saturdays, and I'll be back with a regular episode on Friday. Have a good one.